In a world full of highlights, updates, and achievements, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison. We scroll through idealized lives, measure ourselves against other successes, and wonder why we aren't where they are. The truth is simple and powerful. Success starts when you shift your focus inward. Every time you compare your journey to someone else's, you waste energy and misinterpret your path. You begin to chase timelines not meant for you, question your pace, and doubt your progress. The lives you see are not the whole story. They are edited snippets, not a reflection of the struggles that happen behind the scenes. Comparison distracts you and leads you into a cycle of dissatisfaction and self-doubt. Real progress starts with clarity. When you stop measuring your life against others, you create space to define what truly matters to you. Clarity involves knowing what you want and understanding why you want it. It requires you to commit to pursuing it, no matter how long it takes or how quietly it begins. Discipline follows clarity. Once you know your direction, the discipline to act consistently, fend off distractions, and stay on track becomes your most valuable asset. However, none of this is possible without mastering your mindset. Your thoughts shape your future. If your mind is filled with doubt, comparison, or fear, your actions will reflect that. Success begins from within. First, you build belief, and then that belief guides your behavior. You must learn to protect your mental space as carefully as you would a prized possession, because it truly is valuable. The outside world can be noisy and unpredictable, but your inner world can serve as your anchor. Imagine yourself at the center of your own universe. Everything you want to create, achieve, or become starts with you. Your mindset sets the tone. Your focus determines the direction, and your energy follows your focus. This is why an inward focus isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. Without it, you react instead of led. You follow trends instead of purpose. You live by comparison instead of conviction. To move forward, you must stop watching and start building. Replace envy with effort. Turn doubt into action. Let others chase their timelines while you focus on your own. When you redirect your attention to yourself, you regain your power. You become intentional and purposeful. This is the starting point. Not where you compare or copy, but where you choose, with clarity and intention, to lead your own life. The journey to success begins the moment you stop looking sideways and start looking within. From that place of inner strength, everything becomes possible. Before a dream becomes reality, it must first take root in belief. Not belief in luck, circumstance, or external validation, but belief in yourself. Every extraordinary achievement in history happened not because of perfect conditions, but because people chose to believe in their vision, even when no one else did. Inner belief is the spark that ignites progress. It carries you forward when motivation fades and obstacles appear. Look at the world's greatest achievers. They all started in the same place. Uncertain, unproven, and often underestimated. What set them apart was not just talent. It was a strong conviction that their goals were worth pursuing. They decided, deeply and deliberately, that they were capable, even before the results showed up. This is the foundation you must build. Your mind is where success begins. It's not the world outside that determines your potential. It's the world inside. If you believe you can, you will find a way. If you believe you can't, your actions will reflect that belief, no matter how gifted you are. Self-doubt is a silent thief. It steals your confidence and sabotages your potential. That's why the first battle is always internal. Belief is not arrogance. It's not loud or boastful. It's quiet, consistent, and resilient. It's the voice inside that whispers, "Keep going," when things get tough. It's the inner compass that says, "This is still worth it," even after failure or rejection. Belief transforms effort into momentum. It turns setbacks into stepping stones. It fuels perseverance when logic says to quit. Consider Thomas Edison. He failed over 10,000 times before creating the light bulb. Most people would have given up, but Edison saw failure not as defeat, but as data, feedback that brought him closer to the solution. He didn't ask, Why is this so hard? He asked. What can I learn? That's the mindset of belief. It doesn't crumble when things go wrong. It adjusts, learns, and persists. You must cultivate that same belief. Your talents, your dreams, your ideas, they are valid. They matter. But they require you to support them with conviction. Stop waiting for others to see your worth. Stop needing outside permission. Decide for yourself that you are capable, and then act like it. Speak, move, and build as someone who already knows the outcome is success, even if no one else sees it yet. Belief is not something you find. It's something you choose. Daily, hourly, moment by moment. The more you choose it, the stronger it becomes. It becomes your foundation in uncertainty, your armor in adversity, and your guide when facing fear. So ask yourself, what do you truly believe about your own potential? If the answer is anything less than absolute, it's time to rewrite that story. Choose belief. Stand behind your vision. Let that belief become the force that shapes your future. Because the truth is this: nothing in your life will rise higher than your belief in what's possible for you. Success doesn't happen by accident. It starts with a clear vision and a defined destination. Without goals, you drift. Without direction, you react instead of lead. Living without clarity is like sailing a vast ocean without a compass. The wind carries you, the waves decide your course, and you end up wherever the current takes you. But when you define your vision, you take control. You become the one in charge. The most successful individuals in history understood this principle. They didn't wait for life to reveal the way. They chose their destination first and based their actions on it. Walt Disney is a perfect example. He faced rejection and doubt, and even got fired for lacking imagination. He could have given up, but he didn't. He had a vision so vivid that it guided him through every setback. Long before the world recognized it, he saw it. That vision became his anchor and ultimately, his legacy. Clarity is power. When you know exactly what you want, your mind starts to filter the world differently. You stop getting pulled away by distractions. You begin to notice opportunities. Energy flows where focus goes, and clear goals direct that energy like a laser. But clarity doesn't happen by chance. It comes from deep, honest reflection. You need to ask yourself not just what you want, but why you want it. Is it financial freedom? Mastery in your field? A life of impact, adventure, or purpose? Whatever it is, define it clearly. Be bold. Be specific. Vague dreams lead to vague results. But a specific goal, written down, reviewed often, and pursued with intent, becomes a promise between your present self and your future reality. Don't let your dreams stay in your mind. Write them down. Read them out loud. Make them part of your daily routine. Let them inspire you so intensely that distractions can't dim that fire. The clearer your vision, the easier it becomes to make decisions. Every choice will be simple. Does this move me closer or push me further away? Clarity also drives momentum. Progress builds motivation. Even small victories create energy, and that energy grows. Once you're moving with purpose, you become unstoppable. But without clarity, you feel scattered. You waste time, drain energy, and end up stuck. Not because you lack potential, but because you lack a destination. Do not fear big goals. Fear the lack of them. The real tragedy isn't aiming high and falling short. It's aiming low and hitting the target. Greatness comes from daring to state what you truly want, and then shaping your life around that commitment. So take the time. Get still. Reflect deeply. Ask yourself, where am I heading? What do I really want? What matters to me most? Then commit to it. Define your vision, write your goals, and let them guide your every move. Because once you gain clarity, everything changes. Your actions have purpose. Your energy has direction, and your future starts to take shape, one deliberate step at a time. No journey to greatness is without struggle. The road is not smooth, the path is not straight, and the obstacles are guaranteed. What separates those who achieve lasting success from those who fall short is not luck or talent. It's resilience. It's the choice to keep moving forward when everything inside you says to stop. Abraham Lincoln is a powerful example of this truth. Before he became one of the most respected leaders in American history, Lincoln faced repeated failures. He lost elections, failed in business, and dealt with profound personal tragedies. By any usual measure, he had every reason to quit. Yet, he did not. Why? Because Lincoln understood that failure does not define you. Persistence does. Resilience is not about pretending that hardship doesn't hurt. It's not about ignoring pain, disappointment, or fear. It's about choosing to rise despite them. It's about getting up after every fall, learning from each setback, and pressing on. Even when progress is slow and the outcome is uncertain, those who endure adversity with purpose don't just survive it. They are transformed by it. Setbacks are not signs that you're off course. They're signs that you're on a path worth walking. The most meaningful journeys are the most challenging ones. Not because they are cruel, but because they build strength. Every failure teaches. Every rejection refines. Every obstacle reveals who you are and what you're made of. Resilience isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. It's forged in the fire of difficulty, shaped in the shadows where no one sees your effort. It grows stronger every time you choose to keep going. With every step forward, you become more capable, more confident, and more powerful than you were the day before. Think of any remarkable figure in history, like Edison, Mandela, or Roosevelt. Each of them faced moments when quitting seemed easier. But they persisted, not because it was easy, but because it mattered. That is what resilience is. The will to keep going when ease would be simpler, but purpose demands more. Now ask yourself, what will define you? The struggle or your response to it? Will you retreat in the face of failure, or rise in spite of it? Will you let one hard season stop you, or will you become stronger because of it? Do not wish for an easy life. Wish for the strength to live a meaningful one. A life of purpose demands resilience. A life of impact requires persistence. In the end, when you look back, you won't regret the struggle. You'll treasure it. Because it was through the hard moments that you discovered your strength. Let your challenges become the reason you rise. Let them be the training ground for the remarkable version of yourself that's waiting to emerge. Resilience is how ordinary people become extraordinary. It's how you will become the person you're destined to be. One of the best ways to regain your energy, focus, and sense of purpose is to stop comparing yourself to others. When you compare your path to someone else's, you give away your power. You lessen your unique value and blur your original vision. What once felt clear becomes unclear due to doubt and distraction. Remember this. Your journey is yours alone. No one else has lived your life, faced your challenges, or chased your dreams. So why should someone else's progress determine your worth? When you measure yourself against others, you play a game you will never win. You are comparing your behind the scenes to their highlight reel. You notice their successes, not their failures. You see their results, but not the journey that got them there. Comparison is a thief. It robs you of your focus, peace, and authenticity. It tempts you to pursue what was never meant for you. The more you fixate on someone else's speed, the more you lose your own direction. You begin to take on goals that are not yours, aiming for outcomes that don't satisfy you. Eventually, you feel lost. Not because of failure, but because you stopped being yourself. Ray Kroc, the visionary behind McDonald's global success, didn't waste time looking at what other business owners were doing. When he discovered the original McDonald's burger stand, he didn't let comparison distract him. He recognized potential, crafted a vision, and moved forward with unwavering focus. His success came from innovation, not imitation, from committing to what he could create. That's the mindset you need to adopt. You are not here to duplicate someone else's life. You are here to create your own. The only comparison that counts is the one between who you were yesterday and who you are today. Are you growing? Are you learning? Are you getting closer to your purpose? If the answer is yes, then you are succeeding. Even if no one else sees it yet, let go of the urge to judge your progress by someone else's schedule. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not too old or too early. You are on time. Your time. Trust it. Honor it. Stay true to your path. When envy slips in, stop for a moment. Breathe. Remind yourself, I am not here to compete. I am here to create. Say it often. Let it shape your thoughts and actions. Every time you resist the urge to compare, you sharpen your focus. You bring your energy back to center. From that place of clarity, you begin to rise with purpose, confidence, and peace. Success doesn't come from racing against others. It comes from becoming the truest version of yourself. So avoid the comparison trap. Allow your journey to unfold at its own pace. Be patient with your progress. Be fierce in your focus. And above all, stay loyal to who you are becoming. The moment you stop comparing is the moment you start truly living. In that space of freedom, your best self begins to emerge. In a world that is always changing, the key to long-term success isn't just being the smartest person in the room. It's about being the most adaptable, the most curious, and the most committed to ongoing growth. Life rewards those who stay open, flexible, and willing to evolve. The rigid won't thrive. The moment you think you've learned or grown enough, that's when you begin to decline. Success isn't a final destination. It's a moving target that shifts with time, technology, people, and opportunities. To keep up and lead, you need to adopt a mindset of constant learning. Henry Ford, one of the greatest innovators in history, understood this well. He came from humble beginnings. Success didn't come to him easily. He earned it through relentless curiosity. Ford didn't accept the world as it was. He questioned it. He studied, experimented, tested, and improved. He challenged old models and redefined what was possible in transportation and manufacturing. His brilliance lay not just in his ideas, but in his desire to grow. You can develop this desire. Each day brings new information, fresh insights, and unexpected lessons if you're open to them. Lifelong learning isn't about returning to school. It's about becoming a student of life itself. It's about asking questions when others stay quiet. It involves reading books, seeking mentors, trying new things, and entering the unfamiliar with confidence instead of fear. Growth doesn't exist in the comfort zone. Comfort tells you that you're doing just fine, and that there's no need to stretch, challenge yourself, or improve. But comfort isn't your friend. It quietly stifles potential. To live fully, you must leave behind what is safe and boldly embrace the new. Adaptability isn't a weakness. It's wisdom. It doesn't mean giving up your values. It means updating your strategies. It involves staying true to your purpose while being flexible in your approach. The strongest people aren't those who force the world to conform to them. They are the ones who can change direction without losing focus. Like water, they navigate around obstacles and still arrive at their goals. The reality is life won't follow your plans. Markets will change, careers will develop, and relationships will evolve. Those who cling to the old way will be left behind. But not you, because you know that learning is not a phase. It's a way of life. Face each challenge. At the heart of every great achievement is one undeniable force: passion. It fuels persistence, transforms hard work into meaningful progress, and connects you to your highest potential. Without passion, even the most promising path can feel heavy. But with passion, even the toughest obstacles become stepping stones. Passion is more than enthusiasm. It's the emotional fuel that drives you to keep going. Especially when progress slows, pressure rises, or when no one else sees your vision. It makes long hours feel short and turns ordinary tasks into purposeful work. Passion doesn't just keep you moving, it pulls you forward. Consider the life of Helen Keller. Blind and deaf by the age of 2, she had every reason to give up. But she didn't. Driven by a strong desire to learn, connect, and contribute, she became a symbol of courage and ability. Keller didn't just overcome challenges, she thrived. She became an author, speaker, and humanitarian, impacting lives around the world. What carried her beyond what seemed possible? A deep, unwavering passion for knowledge, communication, and service. That same force exists in you. You may not face the same challenges, but you have your own. To move past them, to rise and build a meaningful life, you must discover what ignites your soul. So ask yourself, what work makes me feel alive? What could I do for hours without checking the clock? What mission fills me with energy and purpose? The answers lead you to your passion. That is where your true strength lies. Passion is not always something you stumble upon. Often, it's something you need to uncover. You might have to try new things, take risks, face failure, and explore unfamiliar areas before it reveals itself. Sometimes passion whispers instead of shouts, but once you find it, don't let it go. Nurture it, protect it, and shape your life around it. When your work aligns with your passion, you no longer chase motivation. You are motivated. Challenges become puzzles. Doubt becomes drive. You no longer need outside approval, because your purpose provides internal certainty. You stop living to impress and start living to express. But passion without action is potential wasted. After identifying what you love, commit to it. Make it part of your daily routine. Let it guide your career, relationships, and decisions. Let it shape the legacy you want to leave. The most successful people aren't always the most talented or well-connected. They're the ones with fire in their hearts. The ones who care deeply about what they do. That fire allows them to endure what others avoid, to try again when others stop, and to create what others only dream about. So don't settle. Don't let comfort, fear, or distractions dull your passion. Find what lights you up and give it everything you've got. Because with passion, you won't just survive. You'll thrive. You'll inspire, you'll lead, and most importantly, you'll live with purpose. Let passion be your guide. Let it energize your journey, and let it become the force that makes the impossible possible. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It doesn't just observe reality, it shapes it. The thoughts you hold, the beliefs you carry, and the internal conversations you have all come together to create the life you live. If you want to change your outside world, you must first transform your inside world. Positive thinking is not just a shallow saying or a feel-good slogan. It is a deliberate mindset that affects how you view events, manage setbacks, and pursue your goals. When you take control of your thoughts, you gain a level of power that few people ever experience. Norman Vincent Peale, a leader in positive thinking, understood this well. He didn't promote optimism as blind hope, but as a practical approach to life. His teachings helped millions turn fear into faith and doubt into confidence. This wasn't due to a sudden change in circumstances, but rather a shift in mindsets. When you develop a positive mental attitude, your reality changes. Challenges start to look like opportunities. Failures become lessons. Even in tough situations, you begin to search for the light. More importantly, you start to be that light. This doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending problems aren't there. Positive thinking isn't about denial. It's about control. It's about choosing your perspective, even when times are hard. It's about acknowledging, this moment is tough, but I am tougher. That simple shift gives you back your power. Your thoughts influence your emotions. Your emotions guide your actions. And your actions determine your outcomes. So, when your thoughts focus on strength, possibility, and purpose, your whole life starts to reflect that power. You draw in solutions instead of fixating on problems. You act with resilience instead of retreating in fear. You make choices that connect with your vision instead of your insecurities. It all starts in the mind. But here's the key. Positive thinking is a practice. You need to work on it every day. Start each morning by setting the tone for your thoughts. Speak affirmations out loud. Picture your success. Surround yourself with positive influences. People, books, environments, and routines that reinforce your belief in what's possible. Protect your mind as if it were a treasure, because it truly is. When a negative thought arises, and it will, don't accept it as truth. Challenge it. Replace it. Reframe it. Tell yourself, this is not how my story ends. Then shift your focus to what you can control and what you do believe. The people who change the world are not those who had perfect conditions. They are the ones who believed in themselves when no one else did. They saw possibilities when others saw problems. They held on to their vision when logic said to give up. You have that same power. Use it. Your thoughts are the blueprint for your future. Build with belief. Build with intention. Build with positivity. When your mind is strong, your life will follow. The world will begin to align with your vision. Let your thoughts guide you forward. Not by chance, but by choice. Every day. Every moment. Starting now. Dreams, no matter how vivid or inspiring, mean little without action. Knowledge, no matter how vast, won't change your life unless you apply it. The difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck is not talent, intelligence, or even luck. It's decisive action. Throughout history, those who left their mark did so not because they waited for the perfect moment, but because they acted. They moved forward despite fear, uncertainty, or resistance. They understood a powerful truth. Life rewards movement, not hesitation. Take Amelia Earhart. She didn't just dream of flying. She flew. In an era when women were discouraged from pursuing careers in aviation, she boldly stepped into the cockpit and made history. Her courage didn't come from perfect timing or flawless preparation. It came from decisive action. She didn't wait for permission. She didn't wait to be fully ready. She moved, and the world followed. That same principle applies to you. You can have the best ideas, the clearest vision, and the deepest passion. But none of it will matter until you act. The world doesn't reward intentions. It rewards execution. Hesitation is the silent killer of progress. The longer you delay action, the more time fear has to grow. Doubt creeps in. The opportunity fades. Momentum dies. Yet, many wait for more clarity, more time, or more confidence. But here's the truth. Action creates clarity. Movement builds confidence. Progress happens not in perfect conditions, but in decisive moments. Decisiveness doesn't mean recklessness. It means taking careful, bold steps forward even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. It means trusting your preparation, trusting your instincts, and, most importantly, trusting yourself. Small, consistent actions often carry more weight than one massive leap. One email, one decision, one conversation. Each step lays a brick in the foundation of your future. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for signs. When inspiration strikes, act. When an opportunity arises, seize it. The difference between those who live fully and those who merely exist often comes down to a few bold moments of action. Make it a habit to act quickly on your ideas. Treat your dreams with urgency. Give your vision the momentum it deserves. You are the author of your life, but only action moves the pen. Each decision is a sentence. Each step is a paragraph. Together, they write your story. Remember, the most successful people are not those who never failed. They are those who refused to stay still. They acted. They kept going. You are not here to live cautiously. You are here to live deliberately. So choose boldly. Move purposefully. Take the first step, and then the next. Let your actions speak for your ambition. Let your effort honor your potential. Because in the end, it is not what you plan to do that defines you. It's what you actually did. And that journey begins the moment you decide to move. Now is that moment. Take it. Personal excellence is not a destination. It is a lifelong journey. It starts when you stop living by default and begin living with purpose. The world is full of noise, opinions, and distractions that try to pull you in different directions. But your strength lies in choosing your own path and walking it with boldness, clarity, and conviction. This journey requires more than talent. It demands a strong commitment to growth, a refusal to settle, and the courage to press on even when the road is unclear. It asks you to reject comparison, silence self-doubt, and trust the voice within that says, I was made for more. Success is not built on imitation. It's built on being authentic. Your path will not look like anyone else's, and that's how it should be. You were not born to follow. You were born to create, to lead, and to build something that is uniquely yours. The world does not need a copy of someone else's greatness. It needs your original contribution. So take ownership of your journey. Set bold goals and revisit your vision often. Build resilience when the road gets tough. Keep learning, adapting, and growing. Not because you have to, but because your future demands it. Fuel your work with passion. Connect your thoughts with possibility. And most importantly, take action. Every day. Even when it's hard. Especially then. There will be setbacks. Doubts will arise. Progress may seem slow, but remain steadfast. You climb a mountain one step at a time. And the summit belongs to those who keep moving. Reclaim your focus. Block out the distractions. Redirect your attention to what matters. Your mission. Not other people's accolades. Not society's timeline. Yours. You are more powerful than you realize. The same strength that helped the greatest leaders, innovators, and changemakers through tough times lives in you. But it will only be unlocked if you choose to believe in it and act on it. This is your call to rise. You are not here to drift through life. You are here to make a difference, to create something meaningful, and to become the boldest version of yourself. So take that next step, with intention, courage, and faith in the future you are building. Your life is a canvas, and your choices are the brushstrokes. Paint boldly. This is your time, your path, your legacy, and the journey begins now. You've explored the mindset shifts, clarity, belief, resilience, focus, passion, adaptability, positive thinking, and action. Now, you face something greater than success based on wealth or status. You are at the start of personal excellence, which means committing to a life of purpose, power, and intentional growth. Personal excellence isn't about being better than others. It's about improving from who you were yesterday. It's about waking up each day with the aim to live with integrity, create meaningful work, and leave behind a legacy that reflects your values. It's not a finish line, but a standard to uphold in every thought, choice, and action. This journey requires your full attention. It demands honesty, daily discipline, and a strong connection to what truly matters to you. You need to reject the urge to drift. Don't live passively, chase approval, or seek shortcuts. Excellence asks you to stay engaged in your own life. Choose growth even when it feels tough, and keep going even when no one is watching. You also need the courage to be yourself, fully, unapologetically, and without compromise. The world will push you to imitate others. It may tempt you to copy, to fit in, or to silence your voice. But personal excellence thrives on authenticity. Your greatest strength lies in your originality. Your unique mix of experiences, talents, dreams, and values. Embrace that. Protect it. Let it lead you. Live with purpose. Set ambitious goals. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to reach higher. Keep learning. Adjust quickly. Stay positive. Take bold, persistent steps toward your envisioned future. And when challenges arise, because they will, meet them with resilience. Let them make you stronger, not smaller. Some days, you won't see progress. Doubt may feel stronger than faith, and the path ahead might seem unclear. In those times, center yourself. Reconnect with your why. Remember the passion that sparked this journey. And keep moving forward. It's in those quiet, unseen moments, when you choose discipline over comfort and purpose over ease, that true excellence is born. Shape your life by your choices, not by your circumstances. Choose to rise. Choose to create. Choose to lead. Choose to become. You are not here to live a small, forgettable life. You are here to create something extraordinary, starting from within. So step forward, with vision, passion, and courage. This is your journey. The world is eager to see what you will do with it. Let the quest for personal excellence define you. Let your life be an example of what's possible when you fully commit to becoming your best self.